Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Our next game is at home at Old Trafford, and we play Barnsley in the Carabao Cup. And as Ten Hag always says, it is an opportunity for another trophy. We want to go strong in this game, but we also want to make changes for game time and, of course, for match fitness. There are players in our team who needs it, and of course, we want to see rotation. We can't be playing the same team and expect to have a fully fit team with strength for Crystal Palace at the weekend. So we need to be realistic of our opposition as well. It's one of those teams that are going to come and try and give it their all. It's like a cup final to them. A team from the lower divisions coming to Old Trafford, and wanting to have a shock result, wanting to make a statement, have a best night of their lives, as they say. And we must expect them to come at us with full force. But the changes that we make, we're still going to be technically much better than any team Barnsley puts out there. And let's be honest, Ten Hag needs to make these changes. We want to see certain players, get given game time so that we can see just what they are exactly about. The likes of Ugarte, who came on, against Southampton, needs match fitness, needs game time, so should be starting this game. We have a goalkeeper in Bayern who barely plays, so he should be getting a start as well. We haven't seen anything of Harry Amas other than when he played for England's under-21s. However, in a United jersey, the preseason was the last time we saw him play. The likes of Barnsley, these are the games you want to be seeing our youngsters get game time in, because back then, Sir Alex used these games to blood new youngsters into the Manchester United first team. And Harry Amas surely deserves at least a start in this particular game. The likes of Mazraoui should be getting a rest, in my opinion. I definitely think that he hasn't had a preseason at all, much like De Ligt, and needs to rest because he's been playing excellently every single game that he has played for Manchester United. What is that, 5 games that he's played now, and he's literally performed excellently for every single game. Give him a night off, potentially, and he must and will probably start against Crystal Palace at the weekend. So put the lower right back, in my opinion. On the wings, before I get to the midfield that I'm thinking about, Garnacho on the left-hand side deserves a start after his impact from the bench in the games that he has come on and performed. And yes, Rashford wants to kick on, try and score again, build up his confidence even more. But it would be good to give him also a bit of a rest for Crystal Palace. Bring him on in the second half if we need a goal. That gives us a very strong threat from the bench. On the right-hand side, I know Ahmad has played well, but again, another player that should get a rest deserves a rest. Bring him on second half if you need to, but give Anthony a start. He needs some game time, and yes, he hasn't been the greatest signing ever, but how else is he going to build up his confidence or try and show that he can still be part of Erik ten Hag's Manchester United? He needs game time. So, and against opposition like Barnsley, we must expect him to perform. We must expect him to have a impact on the game that benefits him, to show that he can and will perhaps improve and will be part of Manchester United. Now up front, yes, we have Wheatley, in the academy, and he is on the bench and in the matchday squads. But of course, Hoyland still also has to return. Whether he returns for this game to the bench, then by all means bring him on in the second half. But I do think Xerxes needs to start again to continually have that threat up front that he does provide for us with his movement and with his technical skills when we are trying to play through him and around him. Now in midfield, as I said, Ugarte needs to start. Next to him, I would like to see Collier as well given a start. A very good midfielder with great athleticism, calm on the ball, very good defensively, and does get around the pitch like Ugarte. So bring in Toby Collier, give him a start, and let's see where he is and what he's about and what he can offer the Manchester United first team. And in the number 10, a lot of people are going to expect Bruno to start, and he might and probably will start. But again, another player who has played every single game. He's played in the Euros. After the Euros, he was in the preseason. From the preseason, which he barely had, he was starting for Manchester United the very first game and has played every single game since then. Gets taken off, because of fitness. Perhaps Ten Hag wants to change things, but here's an opportunity to rest Bruno Fernandes. And Eriksen had a good game against Southampton. And in this particular game, we will be having more possession of the ball. So I do think he should be playing Eriksen as the number 10 behind Joshua Zirkzee, which is not an unfamiliar position for Eriksen. He's played there for Spurs, he's played there for Inter Milan when he was there, so he can play as a number 10 and is a quality attacking player because of his range of passing and his excellent technical skills. So I would want to see him play in the 10. Now, the centre back positions. Give Martinez a rest. I would expect that because he didn't look too good against Southampton. There was talk of him injuring his back, and maybe he will be back for Crystal Palace. We still have to hear what Ten Hag says, but rest him. I don't want Martinez to have another season like last season where he's injured for long and we struggle defensively in terms of having our best players fit. So rest him for this game and start Harry Maguire. As I said, if Martinez is not fit enough and Maguire is not fit enough, you put Johnny Evans into the team and he can play alongside Matthias de Ligt, who still needs to build up his match fitness, as he said himself after the game against Southampton. And Johnny Evans is quite capable of playing at Old Trafford and of course playing against the likes of Barnsley, which is, as I said, a technical level much lower than what we are at Manchester United and should be okay for the likes of Johnny Evans. So in all, the team should be Bayender, Amas at left back, Delo at right back, De Ligt and Maguire or Johnny Evans, in my opinion, at centre back. The midfield should be Ugarte, Collier and Eriksen in the 10, in my opinion. Give Collier the start that he does deserve with the performances that he has shown when he has come on. And of course, up front, you have Zirkzee. On the left-hand side, I want to see Garnacho start after his excellent performances. And on the right-hand side, give Anthony a game and see exactly where he is at. And if he still is worthy of being a Manchester United player. Ten Hag needs to make these changes, as I said, for fitness and of course for game time for certain players. You still have to go through though. It's an opportunity to win another trophy. A trophy that will count as a trophy. It might not be the Premier League, it might not be the Champions League, but it is a trophy that we can win, have won in the past, and let's not forget. So it should be a trophy that we can go for, and we have the squad depth for it. If we do not go for the Carabao Cup, let's say we lose to Barnsley, questions are going to be asked about Ten Hag and his future. If we lose to Crystal Palace, the win against Southampton means absolutely nothing, and people will again be on Ten Hag's back and expecting him to be sacked. So the game in itself has weight, but we need to be smart and mindful that it is only Barnsley. We are playing at home. I hope Ten Hag makes the changes. I hope that he puts the players in that I would like to see play, i.e. Amas, Ugarte, Collier, and Garnacho. I want to see them play and have a good game. And of course, Bayender being our second choice goalkeeper. So this game in itself looks straightforward. Should be a Manchester United win, in my opinion, and we should be going through to the next round. Should be a comfortable night for us, if I'm being really honest, with the level of talent that we will have available on the pitch against Barnsley, especially at Old Trafford. It should be a game that we're already winning before the game even starts. But that's what our football works. So let's see what happens in the game against Barnsley, and I hope that we go through to the next round, and I believe that we can and should be winning this game. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, let me know in the comments what you think about tomorrow night's game and what you also thought of the game against Southampton and where Manchester United might be going this season. Thank you for joining me, Red Devils. Have a wonderful day further. Bye-bye till we see each other again. Thanks for watching. If you want more content on Manchester United, like, share and subscribe.